Hi Cece, it's Auntie. Um, I don't know what episode this is, like 5 or 6 or something. I'm not gonna read today because I don't feel like it. We're gonna talk some coronavirus things because why not? I have nothing better to talk about. I have nothing better to do with my life. You'll probably learn about this in history class because by the time you're in school, this will have been hopefully have been history and not current events still. So there's this thing called a coronavirus, and it's a virus similar to a flu, um, but the coronavirus part makes it different in some way. I don't really know. I'm not a scientist, so take what you learn from me and then ask your teachers and your mom because she's smart. Um, so there's a thing going on right now where every country in the world has some cases of this virus, which then makes it a pandemic, I believe, when like all the countries get it, because it travels from like one country to the next. It's not just like in one spot. It's been taking over the world lately. We're on about week 2 or 3 in my neck of the woods. Um, it's Sunday, I think, March 29th. So you're 1 year and 1 month old as of 2 days ago. So yeah, it's a thing that's happening. This is Sunday, March 29th. I've been out of work unofficially since March 16th. I've been out of work officially since March 22nd, I believe, whatever Sunday was, or Monday. Sunday was my last day at work, so like a week ago today. It's been wild out there, man. I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot happening. People are freaking out. People are buying. Basically, there's nothing left in the stores. Anytime you go to the grocery store or anywhere else, there's nothing there. People went crazy in the very beginning and got like, I don't even know, hundreds of rolls of toilet paper apparently. I'm not sure why. Nobody really knows. It's kind of like the running theme of this whole virus thing is that like nobody knows anything, but especially nobody knows why people are buying toilet paper. I guess the only thing that we can come up with is like if you have to be quarantined to your house for an unknown amount of time, you may want to stock up on toilet paper. Thankfully, Auntie's always stocked up on toilet paper. I'm always stocked on toilet paper and paper towels and like Clorox wipes and dish soap and laundry soap. So we're good in that sense. I am, however, probably going to run out of food at some point. So we'll have to make another trip to the grocery store. It's been wild though, man. Like you can't fly anywhere, you can't travel. People are supposed to be like staying in their houses, so we're quarantining. Essentially, this virus it's a flu with a really bad dry cough. And it's respiratory, which means it's in your lungs, which means you can't breathe. So people that are older or people that are sick already and have compromised immune systems seem to be the ones that get it the worst because it basically goes inside of your lungs and it latches onto your airway and it just multiplies and it takes over and then it creates a mucus in your lungs and it hardens and that's what ends up making you not be able to breathe. And then people die, and it's very sad. I'm trying not to get into detail because you're a bebe, and I don't want to give you nightmares. But I have nothing better to talk about right now, so here we go. So basically, all the weddings and stuff for like March and April have pretty much been canceled. My wedding's supposed to be in July. Originally, I thought I was going to be safe, and we were going to be in the clear. And then I heard on the news like a week or so ago that it's going to continue on to like possibly July or August, maybe even next year. Nobody really knows what's happening. It's like super annoying, especially for people like myself and your mother who plan everything all the time. I need to know what's happening at all times. Like I don't do well with little information. I need all the details all the time for everything, ever, all the time. And I'm not getting that, so it's very frustrating. people are losing their shit. They're going crazy. They're out of their minds. It's like the wild, wild west out here, man. I don't know if you know what that is. You probably don't because you're a year old. But it's wild. It's like a movie. It's like a bad dream that nobody seems to be waking up from. And it just won't go away. Partially because they don't know what it is. It's a new virus. It came from people were eating bats in China. So maybe if we could work on the whole like food issue, like I'll buy a bunch of pizzas for China if they need to, so that they stop eating bats and other random things that can cause problems for the world. Because maybe that would help. I don't know. Call me crazy. Maybe if people are eating less bats, then we won't have so many mystery viruses popping up. I don't know, man. Again, not a scientist. Don't know what I'm talking about, but it's a theory. So again, I will totally donate a bunch of pizzas to China if that's what it's going to take. I'll do what I got to do. Yeah. So it's been a real one. I've been home now for over a week straight. Haven't really left. I've gone to the grocery store. I went to go get gas in my car just in case. I'm not sure just in case what exactly, but I wanted to make sure I had a full tank of gas. It's been boring. I've watched a lot of Netflix. I've cleaned my house multiple times. I've vacuumed like 3 times. I'm gonna mop the floors today and pretty much just do my usual daily wiping down of everything, because there's literally nothing better to do. And honestly, I'm considering just going to New York and seeing you, if my sister will allow it. I don't think she will, because the whole quarantining thing. Social distancing is a term that we've learned. It's when you have to keep away about 6 to 10 feet away from people, not in your household. So basically me and your Uncle Brad have been here. He's been working still, which is great. But you can't talk to anybody. You can't see anybody. Thankfully, we're in a year of technology where we can FaceTime and we can talk on the phone and we can like still see our friends on the phone, which is great. But it's not the same. I don't care how many Zoom like parties you have and how many like virtual board game sessions you do. Like it's not the same. I don't care what anybody says. It's not. It sucks. It's terrible. Again, I'm watching a lot of Netflix. My DVR is about 70% full, and I've pretty much watched everything I want to watch on that. I did record that movie Hidden Figures because I want to see that. I haven't seen it yet, so I recorded it last night because it was on. So maybe I'll watch that later. I don't know. A lot of podcasts, a lot of movies, a lot of TV, a lot of puzzles. I've been painting a lot, which is great. I can't wait till you can paint with me someday. That's going to be so fun. Yeah, a lot of drinking. It's been rough. And Auntie doesn't drink a lot. So, like, for me to drink a couple days in a row is, like, it's a lot. But I also injured my hip because I'm old now. I have a hip injury. So I haven't even been able to really, like, work out as much as I would have liked. Because if I could just exercise all day, I'd be, like, have the best summer body in the world. And I'd be ready to go. And we'd be occupied. We'd be entertained. We'd be skinny. But that's just not an option for me right now. So I'm working only my upper body, which is stupid, but that's all I got. Also, I cut down some of my lilac bush yesterday because it was a beautiful day out. So I was up at 6 a.m. yesterday and I cut some of my lilac bush down. I went to the grocery store. That's basically it. I did 15,000 things before 12:30 yesterday. And then it was only 12:30, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, like, we have a full day left of the day. Great. I woke up at, like, 9 today. So, we've wasted a little bit more of the day doing nothing. I helped Kim get her unemployment thing figured out. I went to my salon where I work because one of my clients had to buy something. And so I was able to get her product for her. Let's see, what else have I done today? Oh, I went to the store to get more alcohol. Again, nothing better to do. I miss you though. I do miss you terribly, and I really hope I was going to be able to see you in July, maybe sooner, but now I don't know if I'm going to be able to see you for a while because we can't go anywhere and we can't do anything and life sucks for everybody. And we're trapped in this shitstorm for an unallotted amount of time. Nobody knows. I'm hoping it's like maybe a few more weeks. I'm hoping it's not a few more months, because I will lose my goddamn mind. I mean, basically Brad's just been working, so it's been me and the cat all day, every day, by myself. So I'm pretty sure I've already lost my mind. It just kind of is what it is, I guess. I don't know. This is a boring video because my life is so boring right now. I have like nothing entertaining to tell you. Yeah, so I mean, we're hanging in there. We're doing our best. I had you all propped up on I had a water bottle behind my phone, and it was holding it up at a nice height, and then it all came crashing down. So I had to put you're now sitting on a candle in front of the water bottle to kind of like brace it together. But it's not the greatest height thing, so I'm trying to like stay in the camera a little bit. Again, not an influencer, not great at this. We're doing our best. That seems to be what everybody's just doing their best, and that's the best we can do. So yeah, I think they're working on a cure or a vaccination for this virus. The biggest thing is that like people are going to the hospital because obviously they can't breathe. But the hospitals are just inundated with people right now, and they don't have enough supplies to treat all of them. So it's kind of scary in that sense, because like say I was to have a heart attack or something and I had to go to the hospital, but the hospital's like packed of people with coronavirus, which I need to stop saying that. It's a COVID-19. That's what they're calling it. COVID-19, which is the particular strain of the coronavirus that we've gotten. I don't think I've had it. At this point, I kind of wish I would get it just to make this all worth it. And I know that's probably people are going to get mad at me for that, but I'm just so bored. And I understand the importance of the social distancing. I get that. We're fine. We're past it. I just, like, I can't. It's not ideal for me. It's not ideal for any kind of a type A person. I wasn't built for sitting at home. I wasn't built for just, like, lounging around and watching TV all day. So I can do, like, a couple hours of that a day, and, like, that's more than enough. Like, that makes me want to blow my head off. But there's nothing better to do. So I made a TikTok account. I've been TikToking up a storm, which has been fun and mildly entertaining, I guess, because it gives me something to do. That's about it. I really don't have much else to say. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll become an influencer. Maybe I'll just become like a YouTube sensation, because literally nobody's doing anything. They're all just watching things on the internet. So who knows? Maybe someone will discover me and I'll be famous and rich. I won't have to work anymore because I'm not working because I don't have a job. It's not ideal. That's the other thing too that's frustrating, is that like some people have vacation time and some people have sick time and they can get paid and whatever. Both of my jobs are jobs that are not consistent pay. So it's hard for the unemployment people to be able to give me a proper paycheck every week, which obviously it's less than what you normally would have made. But even still, because so much of my income is cash, it's hard to track that. So it's been interesting. But I mean, I'm getting a decent amount every week. So, you know, it's better than nothing. But it doesn't change the fact that like I'm bored out of my skull. And then as soon as I go back to work, whenever the hell that may be, I'm going to have clients up the wazoo that need to get appointments. It's going to be a whole thing. Like, it's a thing right now, and it's going to continue to be a thing, like, for months on end until this is over and until I've got all my clients rebooked. So, you know, it's been fun, kind of. My house has never been cleaner. That's about it. And, like, I was talking to my friend Kim the other day, and we were talking about how, like, all we've ever wanted is just a couple of surprise days off and, like, to chill out and lounge around the house and just watch TV and catch up on all my shows and do nothing for a little bit and just, like, take a break from the world. And then all of a sudden it was forced upon us, and I'm like, wait, no, I don't like this. It's not fun for me. I hate it. It's not by choice, so it's less enjoyable. And there's no end in sight, which is the other thing. If I knew that this was going to be like a few days or a few weeks, great, and it would be over by this day and we'd figure it all out, fine. But they're like, okay, take 2 weeks off of work, maybe 3, maybe 6. Nobody knows. It's going to be a good time. That's it. Have a nice life. Like, what? What? So yeah. Luckily, your parents can both work from home, assuming nobody else gets laid off. So that's good for you guys. I, unfortunately, cannot work from home, which sucks. But, you know, this is the world we're living in these days, you know? So make sure you get your toilet paper and your hand sanitizer and your Clorox wipes and all your other supplies stocked up and ready to go, because the world's falling apart. And there's probably a chance we're gonna be in even more of a significant lockdown situation eventually, because for whatever reason, America, and specifically the community that I live in, is having a hard time with like the actual quarantining part. Like, no one seems to be listening. They put out a suggestion last week that all non-essential businesses be closing, which is why I don't have a job. But it kind of seems like everybody's still just like going out and about and doing stuff and shopping and like living their merry lives. When like people need to be staying in their houses. Like, this is a problem. And the sooner we do this, the sooner we can get this, they're calling it flattening of the curve. So basically when something comes out like this, you know, a bunch of people get it and then like a bunch of people get it and then eventually they finally figure out what to do and then it goes away. But we're trying to flatten that curve a little bit and extend it so that it might last longer, but it will be less of a chaotic when it gets to the top. Again, because of the hospitals and stuff, like we don't have enough supplies like in this country to handle everybody that's sick, which is unfortunate. And so they're saying if we can kind of flatten the curve, then less people will be affected at one time, and we can kind of get a better handle on things. But again, to do that, the social distancing part is important, and a lot of people aren't taking that seriously, which is very frustrating for people like me, and I'm sure everybody else in the world that is out of work for an unknown amount of time and has no idea what to expect. And like, I can certainly try to reschedule my clients now, but again, I don't know when I'm going to go back to work, so it's like not even worth my time, because I'm probably just going to end up having to reschedule them again in 2 weeks, and we're just going to be doing this for however long we're doing this for. I can feel myself rambling, and this is now, oh god, we're at 18 minutes. Oops. Yeah, well, apparently I got nothing better to do than to talk to you, which is fine. I'll talk to you all day. I'm probably going to FaceTime your mom later and actually talk to you, which is going to be so exciting. I'm so happy. I tried to call you last night, but you were sleeping because it was 8 o'clock, and I have no sense of time whatsoever because I'm just living in this bubble of weird chaos and confusion. Yeah, so I don't even remember what I was saying because I literally am losing my mind. You want to see the things I painted? Let's go for a ride. Let's go. We're going to go see, I did a thing. I painted the inside of my closet. Your uncle doesn't know yet, but I did that. You see? Isn't it pretty? I thought it was cool. I got bored yesterday and painted my closet because why the hell not? I own this house. I can do whatever I want. And then I painted this. You see that? Yeah, I did that. So we've been busy. Yeah, we haven't been that busy, but we've been trying to keep ourselves busy. Oh, we're in the kitchen now. I'm gonna go back to the other room where there's better lighting so I can say a proper goodbye. Yeah, eventually I'll read to you again. I wasn't in the right headspace to try to read or teach you French or Spanish, because I think that's what we were doing last time we learned Spanish. And I told you that this time we were going to learn French. Well, I lied. We're not learning French. We're not learning anything today. We're just learning how quickly Auntie loses her mind. And apparently it's approximately 4 days for that to happen. So we're well past the 4 days. Like, I'm out of it. Gone. I was going to curl my hair and, like, dress up and be all pretty, but then I realized, what the hell's the point? Because no one's going to see me because I'm not going anywhere ever. So I didn't. I did, however, brush my hair for the first time in, like, a week this morning. So that was fun. You're welcome. I guess that's all I got. Told you this was going to be boring. But it's the longest video I've made you so far, which means I clearly need someone to talk to. I'm a very social person. Both of my jobs include a lot of socialization and talking to people, like all day, every day. And so I've had no one to talk to for weeks. It's problematic, to say the least. But that's all I got. This is a useless video. I just wanted to do this for fun. I hope you enjoyed. And if you didn't, sorry. It is what it is. Oh God, what is happening? So yeah, I guess that's it. I love you. I will see you soon.